Is this going to work? Alright, so I think I've got that. But now the audio, video is not working. Alright, let's see. What the hell is the stream health yellow for? Check resolution. What the hell? I don't know what's going on with this thing. I never have any luck when I try to do these live streams. Alright, so I got sound. Is there video yet? Hopefully. All good? Sweet. Man, this thing is a pain in the ass to try to set up, and maybe it's just the crappy... I mean, I guess it's not crappy. I'm using the OBS Studio software, which is the free streaming and you know, gaming video recording software that I downloaded. That I want to say it was Sloshworks that suggested it. But anyway, good. So we're all good. Sound, video, excellent. All right. Well, thanks for joining me, guys. It's good to see you. It's been a long time since I did any videos or any live chats or anything like that. So, you know, I figured it's a lazy Saturday. It's been raining. I can't really even leave my neighborhood if I want because my dirt road is so destroyed right now from all the thunderstorms that my low-riding Cadillac barely made it in after work on Friday, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it out of the road anytime soon. So that kind of sucks. I'm trying to get the neighborhood together to maybe petition to see if we can get, I don't know, like more... have them come out and pave it. I think they tried once and the city refused to do it. But anyway, good to see you two gentlemen again. Thank you for joining. Hopefully a few other people join in eventually. I know it's Saturday, so it's kind of hard, you know, to get a lot of people in. But I got this awesome package from work, or from work. When I got home from work, I found another package from the folks over at 6 Point Brewing Company. And they sent out this another glass. They sent one a while back and unfortunately ended up breaking, and that really sucks. But it's an awesome, you know, 6 Point resin glass. Absolutely love their beers. And they also sent me out the low res, their Sesher IPA. This thing is brand new, just released, and I'm a huge fan. You guys know, if you watched on my channel for a while, you know I love the 6 Point Brewing beers. And if you're a fan of IPAs and stuff like that, or heavy, hard-hitting beers, then these are definitely the ones to go with. But this is supposed to be, session beers are usually lighter, easier drinking. They've got lower alcohol content. This one's only 4.5%. You know, standard, I'm usually drinking 6.5% and up. But do you trade them sex or something? No, man. I definitely don't trade them sex. Somebody over there somehow likes me, and I'm glad they do because I like them a lot too. It is always nice to walk home or drive home and see a package sitting on my porch, and as soon as I see that big star on the outside, I know it's something from them. But anyway, I've been waiting. I haven't been able to drink because I've had some health issues going on that I want to talk about in a minute. So, you know, it means not drinking as much, which I haven't. I haven't even been able to drink all week just because of kind of how crappy I felt. But anyway, we'll get all to that stuff here in a minute. So we're going to go ahead and pour this session beer. I haven't tried it. They sent me 2 of them. Got the other one in the fridge now. So I figured I'd do one now in a live video and then maybe potentially down the road do some sort of beer review because I got to get back into doing some videos. I have a bunch of nice hot sauces in there that were sent out to me from OSO Pepper Company, a good old Vincent Verrett. So I have to do some of those. But anyway, it's like your typical 6 Point beer. Nice hoppy up front aroma, but this isn't a beer review. Cheers. Definitely a smooth, easy drinking, lighter beer, but yet still got that nice hoppy bitterness. Excellent stuff. King Resco, cheers, brother, man. Good to see you stopping in. But yeah, so haven't put out any videos in a while because basically work has been kicking my ass. I'm trying to get used to it, and thankfully I'm kind of starting to get into the swing of things. But you know, I'm working 10 to 12 hour days, 5 days a week. Usually I'm averaging around 11 hours a day. And then sometimes we have to come in and work on Saturdays for 5 hours, which is, you know, okay. It's all great. It's a lot of overtime, which is excellent. So I'm enjoying the perks from that. Just been really tired lately, and honestly haven't had the motivation to put out any new videos or try to film any reviews and stuff like that. And I feel bad about it. Just looking at the channel and then looking at my Facebook page, and they keep sending me reminders going, hey, you have all these people that haven't heard from you in a while. You should post something. And I don't do, I just haven't posted on anything. I've been completely lazy. I do kind of have a reason for that. And again, it kind of goes to the medical stuff. But Bruce Forbick says, I'll do a shot of Ghost Tequila. Cheers, man. Ghost Tequila will burn your asshole. It'll burn you twice going down, and maybe not your asshole. It'll burn when you pee, maybe. I don't know. Mine did when I had that peach ghost pepper moonshine. That stuff was pretty brutal all the way through. Anyway, cheers. Pain Drain says, where's the time to spend all that extra money when you were working so much? Well, that's the good thing. It's nice to not have time to just spend money on stupid shit like I used to do most of the time. Now I'm actually trying to put away a little bit of money. I've got to save up because I want a new car. I want something that's a little bit better. I know I loved when I got my Cadillac, but it just consistently has a lot of issues, and it's just beyond me wanting to try to fix. If I could sell it, and I'm making enough money to where now I could save up a few grand and put down on a decent used car. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of nice not having the free time to spend my money on stupid stuff and drinking a whole lot. Like, I can't drink, you know, a lot and then go in the next day. That's why I haven't been drinking at all, except for on the weekend. You know, I'll have one or two. Just during the weekdays, I'm so tired. I come home, pop on some YouTube. I always do my standard ritual of going through some YouTube videos. I'm trying to actually eat dinner at a decent time now and go to bed early and wake up early and do all that boring shit that we do as we become adults. And you know, it's just been it's been an interesting time trying to I guess become, like I say, a responsible adult. Tess Cooks for You says, hey Brian, yeah, it's been a long time. It definitely has. I have still been keeping up with people's videos. I do enjoy watching everyone's stuff. I do miss your videos, Pain Drain, your not reviews or whatever that you were doing. I thought those were really good. King Resco does some awesome malt liquor videos. Tess makes some awesome recipe videos. Everybody should check out each other's channels. They're really good. But as far as the health stuff goes, and the reason why I haven't been feeling all that great and run down, finally figured it out. I guess we had the blood mobile come to work, and I've donated a lot because I always said that I don't have a whole lot of money and I don't have a whole lot of time, but I've got a lot of blood to give, so I'm always happy to donate blood. And I've been a Gallonier for a long time, but I went in to donate, and they, you know, the girl tested my blood pressure, and she said, you know, I just can't hear it. I can't hear your blood pressure. It just doesn't seem right. And she's like, I'm getting like 160 something, and so she tried like both arms, tried several times. Then she sent out another girl to come in and try. She tried, didn't work, so they went to get the bigger arm cuff, and they tried that, and they're like, huh. And then they sent in another guy, and the guy comes in and tries, and they're all just like, yeah, I'm getting 164 over 124. And, you know, I'm like, holy crap. And I could feel my heart racing that day a lot, and it's been building up a lot lately, more and more. You know, like that day I was irresponsible, and instead of packing lunch, I decided I was going to, you know, ride over to KFC and get one of their Zinger, you know, battered chicken sandwiches, and I got a little side of macaroni and cheese and I think Sprite for the drink. And I ate that for lunch, and then I, you know, was relaxing. I mean, sitting at work, and then slowly I started feeling worse and worse. And, you know, now I'm starting to realize, okay, so that feeling is obviously attributed to my ridiculously high blood pressure. So they refused to take my blood and said, you should probably, you know, think about going to see somebody sometime soon. And The next day I went to the pharmacy and tried their machine because they've got this awesome newer model blood pressure machine. It's also doubles as a weight thing, so it'll weigh you. A scale, not a weight thing, a scale. But so the thing weighs you and then does your blood pressure. And that thing, when I did it, it popped up with a warning. That time it was 172 over 112, and it popped up with this warning about stage 2 hypertension, and if you experience headaches and nausea and all this, you should seek emergency medical help. And it's crazy. I never felt headache, but I have felt really confused. I felt incredibly run down lately, tired, just overly tired, more than I should be. And now I can understand what's going on. And so now that thankfully I finally have a good job with insurance, I am working to set up an appointment here very, very soon with a good doctor in the area and figure out what's going on. Obviously I need blood pressure medicine. I'm on a standard blood pressure medicine. It's a water pill basically called hydrochlorothiazide. It's HCT. And basically it's, I guess if you're eating a lot of salt and whatnot, it causes you to urinate a lot. So it's causing you to flush out a lot of salts and stuff that are in your body. But now I can't even have coffee. I mean, when I have that in the morning, I get ultra jittery. So I'm learning that that's a trigger right now. I can't enjoy a lot of aspects of life until I get on some good blood pressure medicine, which means I have to try, probably a couple different ones. We do have like a history in my family of heart failure and heart conditions anyway, and blood pressure. So all of that is worrying me. And then, of course, when you start thinking about it, and work is so damn stressful for me. I know it's a combination of my poor diet and my lack of exercise, and then the stress of work, because I really do try my best every day, and it is kind of stressful. I mean, I'm doing a lot. I don't want to say a lot of what I do or where I work, in these things, but it's hard. I push myself every day to do the best, and we do millions of dollars of sales, over a couple months. I mean, or over a month. It's crazy. We do a lot of stuff. Yeah, things have just been crazy, and I've got to get that under control. And I have been trying to eat better, and that's the thing. Like, I bought this awesome little lunchbox. So, anything that I make for dinner, I'm trying to eat healthy at night, and then I can put it in a way, and take it to work with me. It's just you have to watch out for bandits, because apparently people will go into the break room and steal your shit right out of your lunchbox or out of the refrigerator. Thankfully, they just put cameras into the break room. So, if somebody does that, then, we can find out who did it. But, I want to know. I would seriously embarrass somebody if they just jacked my shit. I'm the kind of person that would give you something if you were hungry. You just got to ask me, but don't go and jack my stuff. So I'm still nervous. I've only done it a couple times, but I know eventually my stuff's going to get stolen. But yeah. Paint Drain says, damn, brother, that's insanity. Food and intake, man. Yeah, I definitely intake a whole lot of food. Like, when you look at the shit that I eat, obviously that really is attributed to my high blood pressure, the weight gain, all of that. I mean, eating those giant fucking burgers I get from Sweet Mel's that were 2 Texas toast grilled cheese for buns, and then a half pound of Angus beef with cheese and sauce and pineapple and bacon and all kinds of just stuff filled. Dude, I really thought that they should keep a defibrillator there at the restaurant for when people eat ridiculously greasy giant meals like that. That's insane. And it's just, so I'm having to cut out that. And I told my mom, and she laughed, and she couldn't believe me. And a lot, when I tell people this, they're like, how do you spend $20 at Taco Bell? I'm like, well, I go out and I stop at my friend's bar, and I have a couple beer, couple drinks and maybe a shot or two there. And then I'll go to Taco Bell with a nice buzz, and I'll get 3 chicken quesadillas, 2 chicken chalupa supremes, 2 double-decker supremes. Sometimes I'll get some those Cinnabons, whatever, the little dessert treats that they have, or the breakfast things. I don't know what the hell they are, but they're really tasty. And it's just out of control, and I'll gorge all of that late at night. And so I've been just destroying my body in the worst possible ways, and I know I've got to make some serious changes. Test cooks for you. You know how to correct it. You just need the motivation and determination. You can do it. You got this. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I can always use all of that support and motivation, because it is hard. Like, a lot of times I just don't care. And but this new job really has given me a new outlook. I feel a lot better knowing, I mean, I have the security now, making the money that I'm making, that to feel good. I mean, I don't have to stress out about really anything as far as finances go, unless something major medically happens, and looks like I'm heading down that way. So, but I do have great insurance and a health savings plan set up, and the company automatically every year puts $600 into that health savings account. So every year you're with them, you're just racking up money that you can use towards any sort of medical operation or any medical bill that comes up down the future that you may have to pay out of pocket. With our insurance, we have like a maximum out of pocket charge of I think it's like $4,000 or $3,250, something like that, somewhere in that range. And once you pay that, you don't pay any more. The insurance covers the rest of the bill. And so as long as you just save up in your health insurance plan at least that much money, you can pay your maximum out of pocket deductible. Pedro says, just make yourself suffer with healthy food. I had a job like that. Always had food shit stole. I would drop some of the Source chili extract on it nowadays if I was still there. Yeah, that would definitely be an awesome way to fuck somebody up. Just put some really good food in there. Put some of that extra hot sauce on there, and you'll know who stole your stuff when they come walking out, burning, tears, freaking out like what's going on. That's a good idea. Maybe I could sabotage somebody, because people will put their pizza in there. There's like Blaze Pizza, which cooks these really quick, small, fire roasted pizzas, and they're awesome. They're just super quick and easy to make, thin style pizza, and they'll get that for lunch, come back, and then throw it in the fridge. Or, there's a lot of different little places around, some awesome sub places. And like I've heard that somebody went to Firehouse Subs and they just pulled out their sub out of the fridge and started eating it right there. Just took their shit and started eating it. And took like 3 or 4 bites, put it back in the wrapper, and stuck it back in the fridge. Like, dude, who does stuff like that? Just, take some bites out of your food and sticks it back in. Bruce says, glad to hear the job is going good. Yeah, thanks, man. Job is awesome. I really do like it. It's a lot of responsibility. It's a lot of CYA. Like, it's learning how to kind of work in an office setting, in a sense, dealing with a ton of emails every day and learning how to cover your ass, because as somebody who runs a shipping department, you're constantly, people are going to try to blame you for all sorts of things, whether it's, a sales rep who, tried to get something out and it didn't make it there in time or whatever. There's all sorts of different things that fall on you, and they try to push blame to you and your department, and you have to, be ready to reply and able to counter them and shut them down. So it's a lot of cover your ass stuff, which I've gotten good at in a short amount of time. I'm learning how to really protect myself, so that when someone questions me, I can always shoot them down. And I've done so several times already, and it feels great. Anyway, let me go ahead and take another quick swig out of this before I read another comment. Anyway, cheers. I do like my little 6-point glass. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome indeed. I'm glad the stream's going good this time. I've had a lot of trouble. My internet was actually down for the last 3 or 4 days, and I haven't been able to, I don't know, I just haven't been able to do anything that I wanted to do when I got home from work. I actually popped out some old Blu-ray movies that I haven't watched. I bought a whole bunch when I worked at the pawn shop, and just so I don't have a stockpile of good Blu-ray movies and rock concerts and stuff. But, I finally got the guy to come out. They had me swap out, so I have a brand spanking new badass high-speed modem. And then the guy came out today. We tried everything. It turned out they just needed to run a new line, so maybe the storm took out my line. They ran it from the pole to the house, and I am faster than I was before. Now I'm downloading at 389 megabytes a second, which was pretty awesome. That was a great download speed. But anyway, this one I'm cracking open is the Whammy Bar No. 2 India Pale Ale, another IPA. This one from Clown Shoes Beer, and we haven't honestly ever had Clown Shoes Beer here in Florida. It was just recently that they started coming around in some of my local beer stores, which is pretty awesome. But let's see. Bruce says, cheers bro, gonna take a swim between showers. Sounds good, man. I wish I had a pool like you with that awesome setup and the TV. I would be sitting out in that bastard every day I possibly could. But thanks for joining me. I appreciate it, brother. Pain Drain said with that type of insurance, I'd be bankrupt whether or not I had it if I got in that big of a kerfuffle. Yeah, I mean, I went all out. I mean, I paid for, it's amazing. Like when I tried to apply for the Obamacare, the affordable health care, they wanted me to pay $294 a month, and it was the crappiest plan you could possibly get. It was the lowest level bronze tier plan, and it's just me. I'm a single guy, and I was making, I think I was making about $549 every 2 weeks. No, I was making a total of $700 and around $760 a month. And so after paying my rent and paying the utilities, paying all of those bills, insurance, all that, I had very little money left for myself and then for food and all that other stuff. And so when I saw that cost, I said, that's absolutely ridiculous. I can't afford that. Well, now that I got a job with a giant company that employs hundreds of thousands of people, you know, I'm able to actually pays about $60 a month or $65 for the best possible insurance I could get through Blue Cross Blue Shield. And it's a really great plan, honestly. Anyway, Tess says, cheers, wish I had a beer. Yeah, I've only got a few. Again, I haven't been drinking much at all lately. So the last week, I've just been exhausted and tired and just didn't even feel like I could drink. Today is the first day I got a lot of rest. I slept in, and I actually even took a nap earlier when the storms came through, and just feel really good and relaxed and able to actually enjoy a few beers without maybe stressing and having the blood pressure rise up. And it's been so long since I had one of these chats, and I always love doing these and interacting with everybody, even more so than I do doing my videos, and you know, which are edited and whatnot. It's just nice to be able to sit and chat with everyone. Pain Drain says, I hear that. Same thing with Obamacare for me. Yeah, it's just, it wasn't affordable at all. And it still isn't affordable to a lot of people. Unless you're really, really low income. I don't understand. I mean, maybe you had to have children, you know, out of wedlock, or I don't know what the deal is, but it's just, it wasn't at all affordable for me. And I don't see how, I took a picture when I went to Walmart one day. They had a sign up that said as low as $0 a month. And this was from a Blue Cross Blue Shield, if I'm not mistaken. But this was right at the hype at the beginning of the Obamacare push, and you know, it was insane. As I'm like, oh, here they are at Walmart trying to push to all of the really low income people that generally shop at Walmart. Granted, I shop there from time to time because you can get low, you know, pretty good deals on stuff. I think I get my water filters cheaper there than I do at Lowe's or some of the other places, and air filters and things like that. But it is a pretty terrible store in general, at least the way that they treat their employees. And every time you go in, there's 24 lanes and only like 3 of them are open ever. That's how it always is. It's ridiculous. I don't see how you can have that many lanes and nobody there to work them. And I don't know. Anyway, let me take a swig out of this one. I haven't had one tonight. This is such a really good beer. A nice citrus blast comes through in it. It's just a little bit bitter, but not at all an overbearing beer. There's a juiciness to it, a sweet, fruity, I don't know, juiciness. It's a great tasting beer. Definitely recommend this one if you're a fan of those sweeter IPAs with a, you know, a light bitterness. Cheers. Yeah, it's almost like a damn juice box. It's really tasty, but with alcohol. An alcoholic juice box. Oh, man. So, yeah, that's been going on. Again, I do plan on doing some new videos sometime here really soon. I've got a lot of sauces, like at least 4 or 5 different sauces that were sent from OSO Pepper Company. My friend Vincent Barrett over there. Great guy. Great sauces. I've always loved it. He actually sent me, and a few times he's sent me secret sauces that he didn't want me to do reviews of, so I'll taste them and then I'll still do a video. I just keep it in private and only give him the link so that he can see the video. In my, honest, upfront first opinions of trying it. A lot of, reviewers will open up the bottle and they'll try it out for a week and they'll try it on different foods. And that is a really great idea for an in-depth, thorough review. And I think that I do like those styles. Those are neat. Just the way I always try to do mine is it's more of an honest first opinion without anything else added, just tasting the sauce by itself for the very first time, not knowing what you're going to experience in that bottle, and then trying to see if you can really pick out those flavors that are in there, not spending a week or so really formulating, your whole idea, everything that's in there. And again, I don't diss those people. I think that those reviews are just fine. But there are a lot of people within the chili community that seem to think you can't review with a spoon, and that's insane to me. I mean, if you go to any hot sauce competition, it's not like there's a chef that's preparing a meal specific for each one of the sauces that the judges are going to try, and it's not like they're spending all day sampling those sauces and really formulating an opinion and an idea on them. They're tasting them real quickly on the spot, generally on a little taster spoon or on like a chip, like a plain and unflavored tortilla chip of some kind or something small like that. And so, I mean, I think if it's good enough for awards and for competitions, then reviewing by the spoon and on video should be just as fine as any other. But sorry about that little mini rant there. But Pain Drain says, I haven't went back to Walmart in around 3 months since an issue arose with a crazy employee getting cops on me after a 1977 $1 bill wouldn't get accepted excuse me, at self-checkout. Well, that's pretty shitty. I mean, a $1977, that's a classic. You should hold on to that bad boy and not use it. But still, it should be accepted. And I mean, it's currency. It's an actual dollar bill. I can't imagine why they wouldn't take that. Paindre says, I want to go to a chili cook-off. I love making it, but I have no clue what award-winning tastes like. Yeah, I don't really either. I've been to several chili cook-offs, and one of my favorites was at a friend's apartment complex. They live in this really nice ritzy place where the clubhouse actually had a pool table, and then there was like a freaking private theater there that you could rent out, for just your friends. And I was like, wow, this is definitely a ritzy little community. But they have this awesome little chili cook-off, and one of my absolute favorites actually used Godiva chocolate. It was a rich, dark chocolate that they put in with it, and then, of course, they had the spices, and there was just something about the chocolate that gave it this creaminess and such an interesting texture, but flavor added in with the ground beef and then the seasonings that they used. Such an odd ingredient, but a definitely outstanding chili. And I've had quite a few in my time. It's I go back and forth. I sometimes look for savory. Sometimes I look for the chilies that are so hot that, I figure if I'm eating it during wintertime, I want it to be so hot that just I'm going to be burning on the inside and sweating, so that when I go back out in the cold, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be burning up through the cold. But anyway, let me take another swig out of this bad boy here. Got 7 people watching. Thank you all for joining me. I appreciate it. It's been a while again since I've done any videos, any live chats, anything like that. I figured that now would be a good time. It's a lazy Saturday for me. It's literally been raining every single day, and in the evening we just got through with a big thunderstorm that moved through. Thankfully, I think that the new internet line that they ran is going to solve all my issues. I've been having a whole lot of connectivity problems, and especially when I would try to do these live streams in the past, it would always be really poor quality, and I don't know how the quality is now. I'm just looking at watching the chat as it goes by, but it seems like things are running a lot smoother, so that's excellent. I feel really bad because my yard is so bad. Like the guy couldn't even pull into my driveway because now apparently my driveway is at the lowest point from around the area. So you have, I guess it's a hilly area and it's just a slight slope. So as it's raining, coming from the back of my house. So my house is here, and then coming down from this way, the water is just at a slope. And then from my neighbor's yard, coming in at an angle, you've got these 2 points converging, and it's completely destroyed my driveway. There's like a rut that I want to say is like 2 to 4 feet deep in the ground. It's ridiculous. And there's several of those going down. The whole driveway's eroded. And what am I going to do? I'm just going to backfill it? I mean, if you backfill it, it's just going to end up rewashing away again. It's going to just keep doing it over and over again. I've got to figure out some way to create irrigation or some way to route the water somewhere else, but I have no idea how to do any of that stuff. And that's what I'm supposed to do tomorrow. I'm supposed to get up, clean house, have a chat with a friend of mine through Skype, and then do a whole lot of stuff out in the yard. But anyway, I did feel bad about the cable guy because, I mean, I haven't cut the grass in a while. It's like knee high. It's pretty bad. And so we had to walk through all of that while I showed him where all the cables were and stuff. I've had my lawnmower break. I had my weed eater break. So now the only option I've got, since it's gotten so bad, is to have somebody come in and do it. And thankfully, again, I'm making enough money to where I could throw somebody, $100, $150 to have them really do a good job on the yard, get it landscaped properly, and then maybe it'll be a little cheaper for the upkeep. I'm not entirely sure, but anyway, things are going really good for a change, which is nice. Aside from all of the health issues, it feels good to be able to relax a little bit now, and I was, for so many years, I've been incredibly stressed about how I'm going to do things. Now I'm stressed for different reasons. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm not stressed. I just don't have to freak out about certain things like how I'm going to eat every day of the week. Like I just went and checked my account again, my internet, and said, holy crap, I have plenty of money in my account. I don't have to worry about where I'm going to eat this week. And it's such a nice change from where things have been in my life over, we're talking 10 plus years that things have been really downhill and have been a struggle. And for the first time in my life, I am confident and feeling good. And it's hard to explain, but I'm still stressed. I'm freaking out about work all the time because it's such a good thing. I don't want to fuck it up. So I'm doing everything I can to do the best job possible, and sometimes that can be rough. Pain Drain says, how about a ditch on the sides of the driveway and build up what is there right now? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I could definitely try something like that. I wish I could pave it. It's just so expensive to do the concrete thing, and I was looking at other stuff like recycled concrete, which might be possible. But again, all of these things cost money. I have another friend that has access to a lot of limestone, so I could dump all of that. But, again, if we're filling it, there's a huge potential for it to run away. So, yeah, maybe I could just run a couple drainage ditches sort of on the side of the driveway and see if that could funnel the water. That would be a good way. I'll have to consider that. Hey, thank you for the suggestion. I'll look into some ideas. Again, I've just been trying to figure it out. For the last 2 weeks, we've had so much rain. It's been crazy. We've had, I think there's like several tropical storms that have been forming and slowly moving in. And this is the most rain we've had in several years. It's just flooding us right now. And again, maybe I'll show a little bit of a video tomorrow or so, because I don't want to spend all day sitting at the house. And hopefully I can make it down my dirt road. I really want to do some trail riding or something, maybe some downtown bike riding. But when you go out there, it is so bad. When I came home on Friday, there were 4 cars on the side of my dirt road, and 2 of them were stuck way, way deep in the mud. And I managed to just, I think because they were trying to go way off to the sides, instead of just riding up the middle of the road, even though it may have looked like the wrong way to go, I was able to easily just go straight up the middle of the road and got through and got home. But I don't think I can leave my neighborhood. So that sucks. Boarded the sides so it can't run off easily. Yep. That's a good suggestion, dude. I'll definitely look into that. But Time for another drink. Cheers to all of you that are still watching. I appreciate all your support. Thank you as always. Yeah, man. So no big plans this weekend. This is the last weekend I actually had to go in. The last 2 weeks I've had to work on Saturday, so 6 days a week I'm averaging around 60 something hours, 64 hours plus, which is great. I mean it's a lot of overtime. That's good money. That's banking, and what I make, I can honestly say I make more than I've ever made in my life, and there's a lot of potential to grow, and so it's just nice to finally feel like this. You guys have been watching me. I know Pain Drain. You've been watching me for a while. A lot of people have been watching me. They would know how depressed I've been at times. A lot of the struggles I've been through over the last 4 years, 5 years of making YouTube videos. A lot of my life has been put into videos like this, into the Tall Can Tuesday videos, into some of the live chats. I do actually have a really big beer in there that I'm going to do for Tall Can Tuesday, because it's been a while since I did one of those. And there are some upcoming, some topics happening, trending topics that I want to get to. It's just it's been a crazy journey over the last 4 or 5 years. A lot of bad stuff happening, and everybody knows about it. And I think my life ultimately changed when my house was robbed. That really destroyed something in me. I don't know what it was, but I had a whole lot of joy in life. Things were going pretty good, I thought, at the time. And granted, around me with my roommates and the situation in general, things were falling apart as it was. Especially with the dude that was shooting his guns in the house. I mean, like, he shot his damn 45 into his ground, and I'm freaking out in the other room. There's just nothing but drywall between us. He shot his shotgun through his bed in the wall. I mean, it was a bad scene. Even though I really love him, he's a good guy, he just got way out of control on a lot of occasions. And even though, despite all that, things were okay, but when those people broke into my house and stole things that had more sentimental value to me than they did any real actual cash value. Like, there was some jewelry in there that my grandmother had. It wasn't worth anything. It wasn't even, if it was gold, it was really cheap, just generic gold. It was probably gold plated stuff, but it was just things that had, again, sentimental value to me, and I won't ever get those back. And that's all I had of my grandma, really, that I could remember her by, was this one particular necklace that had, like little charms on it, and they all were engraved with, the grandkids' names. So it was me, my brother, all my cousins, Wendy, Mike, Dawn. They were all on there, and now that's gone. Won't ever get that back. They did take some other things as well that I couldn't really tell the cops. Like, they took my tobacco water pipe. There was this really awesome old school classic edition in a giant pillowcase. They took, thankfully they didn't take like my computer or my TV. I guess they just didn't think they had enough time or whatever the deal was. My guitar, my laptop, I got all that stuff back, thankfully. But when they did that, I really felt like they took more than just those personal possessions. They stole something from inside of me that, like, my feeling of security and safety, and having the place robbed was just, I mean, again, it changed my life. And for years, honestly, ever since that happened, I've had the worst anxiety of my life, and I constantly, still to this day, deal with it. And I think some of it may have to do with the blood pressure, with the fact where I'll just suddenly get these bouts where I feel like I can't breathe, like I'm just not getting enough air, and your heart's racing so hard, and you feel like you might pass out, and all sorts of other weird symptoms. It all started from that moment, from that walking into my door being unlocked and seeing the place just torn apart, all my drawers in the dresser pulled, clothes dumped everywhere, closet ripped apart. I was the only one living there at the time. These people had obviously cased me out. I was just glad to hear that they got arrested and are doing time. But yeah, and that's attributed to a lot of stuff over the years. And then obviously now my blood pressure medicine is not working, so I got to get that under control. CB Fall, good to see you, buddy. Craig, it's been a while. He said, "What's up, Brian? How are you doing today?" I'm doing all right. Things are good. You know, I'm actually really relaxed, enjoying a Saturday. Wanted to do this live chat last night, but thanks to my internet being down, the line being cut, I was not able to do any kind of stream then. But I honestly didn't feel as good last night as I do today, thanks to all the rest I got. So I'm happy to be here, happy to do a video and to chat with all of you guys. Pain Dre says, "Well, you could have had drugs planted on you. Shit always could have been worse. Heck, damn. Well, crazy dude with a shotgun. Fuck." Yeah, there's been a lot of crazy stuff happen. Thankfully, I haven't ever had drugs planted on me like that guy. I mean, that was insane. I don't know if you know that there was that video that was released by not too long ago, put out on the internet, where it's the guy's body cam, and you can clearly see him. They're totally planning drugs, and the excuse was that, you know, they were reenacting the scene. But I just don't buy it, because when you hit record on the camera on your body cam, it's supposed to record back 30 seconds up to that moment. So had they actually found those drugs by digging around, then when he had hit the record button, it would have gone back the 30 seconds, which would have given him enough time to show them finding the stuff. That I just don't buy at all. Donna says, "Hey, Burnt Brian Reviews, how are you? Good to see you, Donna. Hope you are doing well. It's been a long time since I've heard from you as well." Pain Drain says, "I had thieves. It certainly changes your perspective on things. I used to sell things back a decade or so ago. I dealt with robbery over a dozen times. It had my house robbed, one shot up. Yeah, I mean, that's crazy, dude. There's just something about it, man. Your whole sense of security and safety goes out the window when you're robbed, when your places. I don't think people really can understand how you feel. You know, it's, in a way, it can give you a form of PTSD. It's. I mean, when I walked in, I freaked out as soon as I saw my lights. As I'm pulling in my driveway, I see the lights on in my house, and I instantly know something's not right. But I thought, well, maybe the landlord, because he's a good friend of mine, maybe he came by, you know, and was hanging out or something, or you know, had just forgot to turn out the lights. And then when I get up, I see my door is unlocked. So I pulled out my pocket knife, flicked the blade open. That's one of those moments where I said, damn it, I wish I had a concealed carry. I wish I had a gun on me right now, because this is a moment where I just might need one. And as I walk in the door, I, you know, made it really clear. I'm like, hey, you know, anybody that's still in here is about to get fucked up. Trying to act big and bad, obviously. I'm standing there with this little pocket knife going, you know, I'm going to kill you if you're in here. And I see my back door is wide open. I don't know why. There's no way they would have gotten out that way, because it's a big wooden privacy fence all the way around. Neighbor behind me had dog. Neighbor to the right had a dog. I think the neighbor to the left had a dog. Everyone had dogs. So I don't know why or how they went out the back. Maybe they climbed the fence and somehow broke in through the back door. I'm not entirely sure. But that's how it basically, you know, went down. Then I look down the hallway. I see, you know, personal items of mine scattered out down into the hallway. And I was like, shit. And I look in the living room and I'm like, okay, I see my computer, I see my television, so they didn't take that. Okay. Then I went down and saw my room and the bathroom they destroyed. Obviously probably trying to find prescription drugs or something. Kitchen was torn apart, trying to find stuff in there. Yeah, shit's crazy, man. They take more than just your personal possessions. CB Falls, sorry, Donna says, you handsome man. Glad to see your face on the YouTubes again. Haha. Well, thank you, Donna. I appreciate it. I am definitely have seen better days. Right now, I'm just rough. I'm exhausted, but still feeling pretty good today, thankfully. So I'm glad to be able to put out another video, and I do have a lot of stuff planned very soon. Craig says, very great to see you, dude. Great to be on here, man. It's good to see you too. I always love getting the opportunity to do these live streams and interact with everybody, and I've been so damn tired lately. Again, you know, I think, Craig, you may have missed a lot of it, but I've had a lot of blood pressure issues, a lot of medical stuff, and just really haven't had the motivation or the time to do anything. But I will be putting out some stuff soon. Painter says, not sure if I can ever be sure beyond a reasonable doubt now that I saw that I'd be a bad drug juror. Better than yelling, I'm about to maim you with a 2-inch blade. Yeah, definitely. It's crazy getting in there, man. Still, I would have rather had a gun, yeah, than a knife. Nowadays, I do have my home protection. And I always preach to everybody, even when I worked at the pawn shop selling guns, that, you know, if you want good home protection, pistols are nice and all, but everyone should have a shotgun, a pump action shotgun for home defense, because when someone's breaking into your house, at least while you're there, nothing tells you, you know, basically the sound of a slide pump action shotgun is the universal sound for you're not fucking welcome. Get out. And everyone knows when you hear that, chunk, chunk, you know, uh-oh, I fucked up. I better get out of this house. So I always say shotguns are the best, especially if you don't really want to kill somebody. If you do want to kill them, then, you know, just keep your gun and wait and, you know, shoot them when they come through your door. But that's not a public service announcement from me. Donna says, hey, if you know how and where to hit someone with a pocket knife, you can still hurt them good. Yeah, it's just, if you walk into a house and they're armed with something more than what you have, they're armed with an actual gun, then the situation can get crazy. And especially in, you know, it's just in states where it's easy to get firearms and stuff, you never know what someone might have. So it's a good idea to be armed and ready. Paindred says, my favorite gun is a shotty. Thanks, Doom and Duke Nukem 3D. Yeah, definitely. Doom was the quintessential game where, you know, you fell in love with a shotgun if you were younger like us. I mean, running around as that Marine, just pumping your shotgun, blowing ghouls away, demons from hell. It was an awesome thing. And again, Duke Nukem was the man for sure. And yeah, shotguns, like I say, shotties are just the best home defense. There's nothing else like it. I don't care. Plus, you don't want, well, I mean, I guess you could shoot buck, you know, double up buck if you want and blow through your walls, but birdshot would be enough to really scatter a ton of pellets into somebody at a point blank range. It's really all you need. You don't have to worry about endangering people in other rooms if you live with a family and whatnot. Anyway, I'm going to chug this and grab another beer because I didn't realize I was going to drink 2 of these over the camera and still want to sit and chat. So let me chug this one down. Again, this one's for all of you watching. Thank you so much for taking the time to join this chat. I appreciate interacting with all of you. It's been so long, and it's just been working. I haven't had the time to even really talk with anybody, so it's good to unwind and chat with all of you. Cheers. All right. Let me grab a beer. You'll see my crappy background and me walking to get it. I'll be right back. Going to get a beer right here. I think I'll go with something special. So what I got here is it's a somewhat special beer to me anyway. Actually my recent beer store. Well, hold on. You should pull a Matt Zion and chase $40 a shot of shitty liquor. Charge $40 a shot of shitty liquor. Yeah, I mean, look, I love those guys. I really do. But that's one of the things that I don't entirely agree with. Like, I mean, I understand why they're doing it, and it's cool because you're getting money, and they have a lot of people that will give them money for doing that stuff. I just feel like I'm begging in a sense when I'm putting up, you know, hey, I'll do shots and drink for your donations. I don't think that's a really classy move, in my opinion. It works for them. It just doesn't work for me. It's not something that I want to do. If people feel like giving me something, a small donation for the stuff that I do and the content that I plan to put out, then, you know, by all means, I welcome that. And I think it's so awesome and it's humbling when it happens. But I'm not going to sit here and, you know, and honestly, a lot of times when I see people do donate, maybe it's not enough money that they donate. So even though they've given somebody money like $5 or something, they don't recognize that comment. They just completely ignore it and talk about the $20 donation that happened or something, which, I don't know, it just doesn't seem right. Donna says Matt Zion is a funny / crazy guy. Yeah, he definitely is. I love Matt. I think he's, even though we don't agree on a lot of things politically and certain issues, we're still friends and we can still talk with each other. And it just sucks that we haven't done anything. Like we used to do the Zion Gaming channel. We used to all get together and we would do these live streams of some different different games, you know, like now he's just pretty much doing the Binding of Isaac and doing some Twitch videos and stuff like that. But when all of us would get together, Scott Summerton and Wolfie and Old Man Tom and just the whole crew, we'd all get together and play some games. And it just hasn't happened in like months and months, and it sucks because I really enjoyed those nights when, you know, we get together. I like playing on Steam with other people. It's boring sometimes just playing your games in solo mode. And, you know, I had the opportunity to play some Grand Theft Auto with all those crazy fools, Sloshworks and a bunch of his Australian friends or New Zealand friends, and those guys are, you know, awesome, man. I had so much fun. Multiplayer online, it is a blast, you know, kicking back, and at least at my age now, being able to just have some beers and chat with some friends, and it's awesome. Bane Drain says, I'm not totally against it, but that price is so far beyond my range. But $5, okay. Yeah, I just, that's the thing, like, it just seems like with a lot of those channels, the $5 donations don't get any kind of love at all, and it's, you know, the bigger ones that get stuff. And everybody who would ever gave me money or would give me money, I just can't thank them enough for it. But anyway, let me talk about this one real quick. This is a Mikkeller beer. This one came through the beer store recently, and they make these really awesome beers. They are a foreign brewery to begin with, but now they have a San Diego location that's putting out their beers using their recipes. Nice, simple label. These are pint-sized cans, and then these labels, they do peel off, so I'm going to do something cool with them. Never felt a label like this. It's like some kind of weird, I don't know, like soft stroke the furry walls kind of feel to them. But this is their Waves India Pale Ale and Bulgar, whatever that is. I can't remember what country this is originally from. But it's definitely a really awesome beer. Totally surprised me when I tried this. I didn't think I would like it as much as I did, and it was outstanding. At 7.3%, definitely a higher alcohol beer. And I had to crack this one open. Now, this is the last one that I have. I was kind of saving it for a video, but why not drink it now? This is another one of those just super juicy beers that it's exploding with this fruity, sweet juiciness, like almost a strong grapefruit kind of touch up front, but not nearly as tart or as bitter as a grapefruit. It's really good. Yeah. Outstanding beer. Donna says, are you looking forward to playing Destiny 2 when it releases? Honestly, not really. That's not one that I got into. I never gave Destiny a try because I guess with some games, I feel like just like television shows, I don't want to jump into it. And I never played Destiny 1, so now I don't really want to start Destiny 2 without having played that one. And I don't really feel like going back and playing it now because people are so far along in it, and it's just kind of been overplayed that I don't know, man. I'm just not that into it. During the Steam summer sale, I bought several games at a really great price. Just for fun, I bought the Mortal Kombat XL game because I love Mortal Kombat. Always have. That was one of my favorite fighters growing up, besides Tekken and, you know, obviously Street Fighter. But Tekken was probably was my absolute favorite. All the different moves you can do, and then when some of the boxing games came out, those became my favorite. But anyway, I bought Mortal Kombat. I bought the Batman Arkham Knight game. I think it was. It was the newest Batman one, plus all the DLC content for that for super cheap. Got the dang it, what else did I get? Mad Max. I picked that one up. I picked out Fallout 4. Finally, am playing that one. That game is awesome. I love Fallout 4. Great, great game. Although I don't really like the whole like having to build your compounds in different areas where I have to try to, feed those people and give them electricity and do all that. It just seems creating these outposts just seems a little bit stupid. I enjoyed being more of the wasteland solo wanderer, just kind of changing the lives as you go around, changing lives around you as you travel the wastelands. But anyway, Donna says, I am so excited for the new Assassin's Creed that is coming out in October. Game looks gorgeous. Assassin's Creed has definitely always been awesome. Their graphics are smooth, really in-depth. The moves, the things you can do. It's so neat when you do the bird's eye view, when you climb way up to the top of some gigantic tower, and you jump from way up top and land in a hay bin or something down below. And they may not even do that anymore. I just remember some of the past games. It was always beautiful, and the visuals were outstanding. So I would like to check out that one for sure. I've been looking more forward to the Battlefront 2, the Star Wars one that they've got coming out. I didn't play the first one because I didn't like the reviews, but the second one looks and sounds really, really good, so I'm going to pick that one up. I've been playing Battlefield 1 occasionally. That's a really awesome game. A friend of mine hooked me up with a great deal on picking that one up when it first came out. For the most part, I've just been playing mostly Fallout because none of the other guys are wanting to play anything. So lately it's been kind of sucking on that aspect. Just nobody wants to do anything. I would love to do some more gaming videos. It's been way too long. But Donna says, yeah, the viewpoints with the eagle and then the leap of faith. Yeah, that's what it was, a leap of faith. I couldn't remember the term. But yeah, definitely a super cool game all around. Not a whole lot else that I'm super excited about as far as games go. Movies, I do still want to go and see Spider-Man. Haven't seen it yet. Heard it was really good. There's a lot of great movies that are coming soon. I'm trying to think. Well, I don't know. Running out of ideas and topics, so I may end up calling this video an end sometime here soon. We are running on to an hour now, and I do encourage everybody, if you're new, you're just jumping into the chat, go back to the beginning, watch through some of that, see some of the updates that I've got that I shared just about what's going on, and thank you so much for joining this video. Again, it's been a while since I've done any of these chats, since I've done anything, and I'm hoping that once I get this doctor's appointment set up sometime within the next 2 weeks or so, I can get on some good meds, start feeling some more energy again, because I do understand how blood pressure works, and when your heart is having to pump a lot harder than it should, you really do feel run down and tired and just don't feel like doing much at all. So I'm hoping that I can finally get a solution to some of this, and obviously, I need to make other lifestyle changes, which I've been working on as far as diet and exercise go. One last thought, though. Pain Drain says, thoughts on Jigsaw. I have not seen anything about it. I know it has to do, obviously, with the, what the hell was the name of it? Saw, I guess. I'm assuming the Saw movies has to do with Jigsaw, the evil, twisted killer and that. So I don't know much about that, but I'm going to do some research, check it out, see what I can find out. Yeah, I'll talk about it next video. I have got a really good buzz. You got to think, I haven't had a drink in over a week, and I've got a couple really tasty high alcohol beers going on here. So anyway, we're going to call this video an end. I'm going to enjoy this, probably grab something to bite real quick, something to eat real quick since it's already 7:30 here in my time on the East Coast, and I should probably eat some dinner and get ready to watch a movie and maybe call it a night. But anyway, again, thank you so much for watching. I love all of you. I hope you all have a great rest of the weekend. May your Sunday be fun-filled and safe, and may the week ahead be prosperous for us all. And as always, let me give one more swig for all of you. Cheers. So good. Thanks for watching, everybody. Love you.